What sort of mileage is acceptable for a 2022-2023 car? This is a question that Divine asked me, so let's touch on this. Divine is a first-time car buyer. So for you, if you're looking at buying a Starlet from 2022 or any car from 2022, 2023, you first have to look at service history. If it's a car from 2022, the first service 2023, the second service should be in 2024, right? At least you can track and verify the mileage of the vehicle in whatever state you should get it in. So for you, as someone who's a first-time car buyer, I think you should just stick with 40,000 kilos and below, right? But I like the fact that your example car is a Starlet, because a Starlet or whether Balinos, these are great cars. Even if you get them at 80,000, 90,000 as a first-time car buyer, it still has a lot of life in it. You can keep it for longer. So the thing is, with vehicles, they have so many moving parts. Basically, they have so many parts in them that they will need to be replaced the more cars driven. At 100,000 kilometers, certain components in a vehicle would need to be replaced because it's just wear and tear. Even if the car is 2 years old or 3 years old, it's just been driven. The more it's driven, the more some things just need to be replaced. So I would say just stick below 40,000 as a first-time car buyer. But again, depending on the type of vehicle you're buying, you can buy them at high mileage, 80, 90, 100,000, it's fine. But for you, 40K and below, as a first-time car buyer, stick there. You can find a 2022 car with 4,000 Ks on it, right? 8,000 Ks on it. Those ones would be actually better, right? Go for a 2022 model with lower mileage, and go for a 2023 model with lower mileage as well. So I can't say which mileage is acceptable or isn't acceptable for a 2022 or 2023 model, because people don't drive the same. You can find a car within those years that has 90,000, 70,000, 135,000 Ks on it. So there's no telling on which is acceptable or isn't. People just don't drive the same. Just find one in low mileage. That's what I recommend for you. Go get it from a reputable dealer. There's Avis, there's Hyundai, there's Toyota, right? There's Suzuki, even trusted second-hand car dealerships. You can find a low mileage 2022, 2023 Starlet. Again, I want to say that I don't want to steer people away from buying a car with higher mileage. It just depends on the type of car you want to buy. Even as a first-time car buyer, it depends. Just go for a simpler car that's not going to cost a lot to maintain, and that doesn't require a lot when you maintain the vehicle, because certain cars just have so many features, turbos and all these things, so it can be a lot for someone who's learning how cars operate. What do you think? For me, I think he should stick to 40K and below, but we can go higher depending on what type of car he wants. And I also want to make it very clear to people who might misunderstand me. I'm not saying we should stay away from cars that have high mileage, like 100,000, 120, 130,000 Ks on it. We can buy those cars. Even as a first-time car buyer, you can buy something with a little more mileage on it. I'm just saying the best thing to do for someone who's just not that informed with vehicles, just get something that's lower mileage. Again, not all cars also should be bought when they're in high mileage. I will make a second video where we talk about some of the cars that we can buy at high mileage, and I would recommend anybody looking for a car to buy them even at high mileage. Stay tuned for more car related